Hi breathers, welcome to this 1 hour guided breath class. This class is going to use ancient pranayama techniques, dynamic form breathing techniques, as well as oxygen efficiency techniques, thinking of like freediving techniques. I hope that you enjoy this class. It will harmonize your nervous system, your thoughts, your feelings. If you have any questions whatsoever, don't hesitate to pop them in the comments below. And if you really enjoy this hour-long class, I upload them every day to breathercommunity.com. So be sure to check that out and become a member of the daily classes section. I'm Danny May, and I hope to breathe with you again soon. Enjoy.
Just see how it feels to settle in. Take those little wiggles, readjustments, repositionings. Anything you need to so your body can really get into that sweet spot. Notice if there's a particular area of your body that tends to hold most of your tension. Give that a little check-in, maybe a little bit of opening, whether it be through the jaw, the neck, the shoulders, the hips, maybe even the hands or feet. And once the body feels satisfied, start to find more attention towards your breath. Allow yourself to find that ujjayi, lengthening through both inhalation and exhalation. And see if you can find an extra bit of refinement of awareness of the nose and just really sense the air as it comes in through the nostrils. And sense the air as it exits through the nostrils, and see if, without touching the nose or manipulating the breath too much, if you can sense which nostril is more open and which side of the nose feels a little more restricted. No matter where you are, pause the breath. No air in or out. Take a swallow. Purse the lips, blow the rest of the air out. Flare the nostrils, breathe it all the way back in. Extra sniff at the top. Extra sip. Hold it, try to relax. Gentle ventilation. And gentle cleanse at the bottom. Flare the nose, breathe it back in. Another sniff. Another sip. Just blow it out. A little harder at the bottom. And then a big breath in for Om. Blow that last bit out. Take a very gentle but full breath in. And just release a tiny sigh. And we'll start today with a Chandra bhedana using the right hand. You'll take that right hand into Vishnu mudra, pointer and middle finger anchor in between the eyebrows, thumb and ring finger hover over nose. close the right nostril with the right thumb. Breathe all the breath out from left. And as steady and slow as you can, breathe all the way back in through left. And once you're full from the left nostril, you'll breathe out from the right, trying to keep that stream of air steady and slow. And then this is your sequence, a simple Chandra bhedana with every breath coming in through left, every breath going out from right. Remember, try to keep the arm relaxed, softening through the shoulder, keeping the elbow tucked, and the pointer and middle finger really anchoring between the eyebrows. Keep your breath going in through left and out from right. With this first technique, you're really trying to slow the pace of breath down, smooth out the texture, the volume, the speed, trying to find that level of consistency throughout every part of the breath as you breathe it in, and every part of the breath as you breathe it out. Remember, you can add ujjayi to find a little bit more control of that volume and speed. Keep it going in through left, out from right. Next time you breathe in through the left nostril, you're going to keep that side of the nose open and then just allow this to be a Chandra bhedana only in and out from left. So you're removing the right side entirely, allowing every in-breath to come in through left, every out-breath to go out from left. You can reposition the hand once you do this so that just the pointer finger is anchoring in between the eyebrows and the palm becomes a little bit more sideways and flat as you keep that thumb hovering and closing through the right nostril. No matter where you are in the breathing pattern, see if you can get a little more air in through that left side. Hold the breath in the body, relax the right hand down. See if you can get one more sniff in through both sides of the nose. Hold this for as long as you can. When you no longer can, you'll breathe out from the nostrils and just return to natural nasal breath. And we'll start to move over to Surya bhedana. So this is where you're going to take the same setup as we did for the first technique. You're just using the left hand now. So pointer and finger anchor in between the eyebrows using that left hand. Thumb and ring finger hover over the nose. Once you're there, close the left nostril with the left thumb. Breathe all the breath out from right side. Breathe all the way back in through right. Once you're full, you're going to breathe out from left. And you now keep this directionality of breath going, breathing every breath in through the right side, breathing every breath out from the left side. Remember, try to keep that breath steady and slow. The next time you breathe in through the right side, you're going to keep that nostril open. And just breathe in and out from the right nostril only. You can reposition the left hand so that just the pointer finger is anchoring in between the eyebrows, and allow the palm to become a little more flat and sideways. Every breath in through right, every breath out from right. Wherever you are, get as much air in through the right nostril as you can. Hold that breath in the lungs as you relax the left hand down. See if you can take one more sniff in through both sides of the nose. Hold this breath in your body for as long as you're able. When you're no longer able, you'll exhale from the nostrils and just return to a natural nasal breath. Take your time. We're going to be moving into Nadi Anuloma Viloma. You'll use both hands for this mudra by the nose. So when you're ready, start to set up both of the thumbs to hover over the nostrils, both of the pointer fingers to anchor in between the eyebrows. All the remaining fingers can touch like middle finger to middle finger, ring to ring, and pinky to pinky. And then if you can, try to zip your elbows up underneath of your chin so that the forearms and the wrist are touching. Once you're there, close your right nostril, blow all the breath out from left. Breathe all the way in through left. Once you're full of left nostril, you'll switch sides after that inhale and exhale from right. You'll keep the right nostril open to breathe back in through right. And then you'll switch after the inhale, and this is your technique. It's out left, back in left, switch after the inhale, out right, back in right, switch after the inhale. Again, try to keep the breath slow and steady. See if you can add an extra layer of refinement, really trying to recruit all of your respiratory muscles, allowing yourself as you breathe in to really expand through pelvic floor, through belly, through ribs, through back especially. And when you exhale, see if you can recruit those same muscles by lifting and engaging and contracting to squeeze a little bit of extra breath out. Keep it slow still, but just try to access a little bit more of your lung capacity and lung volumes. No matter where you are in the technique, close the left nostril, get as much air out from right as you can. Breathe all the way back in through right. And then breathe all the way out from left. Keep that breath out of the body. Hold the breath in suspension. Relax the hands away from the face. See if you can blow one more puff out from both sides of the nose. Hold this breath out. Blow a quick puff out through the lips. Breathe in through the nose. Try to gather an extra sniff at the top. Hold this breath in your body as long as you can. When you no longer can, simply return to natural breath. No matter where you are in the breathing pattern, take a swallow. Blow all the breath out. Full breath in through nose. Extra sniff. Extra sip. Heavy sigh. And we'll start to go into a belly Bastrika. This is where the abdominal cavity is going to inflate on in-breath and deflate and actually engage on the out-breath. So both the in-breath and the out-breath are active. You're going to interlace your fingers all the way to the webbing, but instead of it being in front of the body, it's going to be like that in the back of the body, so that the knuckles are up against the spine and the palms are facing back behind you. Once you're there, allow the elbows to relax, the shoulders to relax. And as you take a long in-breath, squeeze the elbows back towards each other, really inflate through the belly. And as you exhale, push the elbows forward, pull the belly in. We're going to do 2 more long and active like that. Inhaling, squeezing elbows back, pushing belly out. Exhaling, pushing elbows forward, squeezing belly in. Just 1 more, nice and long. Once you finish that out breath, you're going to turn that into a quicker Bastrika pattern. So it'll be a quicker in and a quicker out. Keep the arms, blow all the breath out. Take a long breath in. See if you can get an extra sniff, extra sip. Hold this breath in your body. See if you can really squeeze the elbows back behind you, almost as if you were going to bring the palms together and the elbows to touch. The knuckles are really pressing at the low lumbar. Once you're there, see if you can hold the breath as long as you can. When you can no longer hold the breath, you'll relax the arms, you'll release the interlace and release the breath. Take your time. No matter where you are in the breathing pattern, take a swallow. Start to blow all the breath out. Deep breath in. Heavy sigh out. We're going into Kapalabhati. You're going to set the arms up on the shoulders so that the palms are on top of the shoulders, the fingers are forward, the thumb is backward. Think of when you're here that you're pulling your shoulders apart and you're really pointing the elbows out. The passive in-breath is where you're going to lift your elbows up. The active out-breath is where you're going to bring the elbows down. So the idea here is just lifting on that passive in-breath, almost letting that do most of the work for you, and a real active out-breath as you bring the elbows down. We'll start slow at first. Inhale, lift the elbows up. And as you exhale, bring the elbows down. Take 2 more full breaths like that. Inhaling, elbows up. Exhaling, elbows down. Last one like that. When you're ready, begin your Kapalabhati. Squeeze the elbows down, blow all the breath out. Relax the arms, breathe in. Extra sniff, extra sit. Hold it as long as you can. When you no longer can, find a strong cleanse and then just return to natural breath. We're going to move into a unique pattern of isolated breathing mechanics. This is going to use a little bit more imagination. When you're breathing in, you're trying to breathe into the pelvic bowl, so really expand through pelvic floor, even a little bit through the front of the very low belly below the navel. But then you're going to try to continue inhaling up the back of the spine all the way to the crown of the head. And then when you exhale, you're trying to exhale from crown of head down the back of the spine and then contract through the pelvic bowl. So it's into the entirety of the pelvic bowl, up the entirety of the backbone, up to crown of head, out and down from crown of head, down the backbone and out from the pelvic bowl. So really try to allow yourself to imagine pulling this breath into the bowl first, then pull it up the spine, and then allow it to drip down the spine and really push it and empty it out from pelvic bowl. Wherever you are, find a gentle cleanse. And breathe it in. Heavy sigh. When you're ready, begin this breath, breathing into your pelvic floor, filling up the pelvic bowl, breathing up the backbone all the way to crown of head. And when you're ready to empty the breath out, dripping it down from crown of head, down the backbone, and up and out from pelvic bowl. Keep it going at your pace. Be sure that you're really relaxing and expanding the pelvic bowl and floor on in-breath, and truly contracting and lifting the pelvic floor on out-breath. See if you can trace that breath up and through every vertebra, through every curve of spine, allowing yourself to really follow the breath in that pattern. Pelvic bowl, through spine to crown of head, down spine to pelvic bowl. Keep it going. No matter where you are in the breathing pattern, pause the breath. Blow the rest of the air out. Breathe in as much air as you can fit into your lungs. Try to access all of your breathing muscles. Once you feel you're absolutely full and packed to capacity, find ventilation. When you get to the end of your ventilation, try to re-access all of those breathing mechanics, really contracting, squeezing, as much emptying out through that ventilation as you can. And then you're going to keep this technique going, breathing in through the nose, packing your body with as much air as you can possibly fit, using your ventilation to slow the breath down and really trying to access as much as those muscles as you can to empty out through the bottom of the ventilation. Keep it going at your pace. Blow all the breath out. Heavy breath in. A gentle sigh. We're going to go into a barely breathing, but a quick barely breathing. So the idea of this is to take the littlest sniff of air in that you can and the littlest puff of air back out that you can. This is going to be more of a Bastrika barely breathing. So it's, instead of a strong, more voluminous Bastrika, it's very, very shallow. It's like the littlest breath you can get out, the littlest breath you can get back in, but we're going to do it as fast as we possibly can. So it's almost, if you can think of like a bunny rabbit breathing, like a little nose moving up and down, kind of thinking of allowing your nose to move like that. And then you're going to find a really quick but subtle shift of the pelvic bowl and the belly. So when you're breathing in, you're tipping the front of the pelvis forward, pushing the belly forward, and then you're tucking the tailbone and pulling the belly in as you go out. But again, this is very subtle, very soft. They're not big movements, they're just little micro movements. Wherever you are, blow all the breath out. Take a swallow. And then start to try that super quick, super shallow Bastrika with a little bit of movement through the pelvic floor. Blow all the breath out through the lips. Breathe all the way in through the nose. Hold it at the top. Gently and slowly blow the breath out. We're going to move into a similar Bastrika pattern. This is going to be more of an exaggerated movement of pelvis and belly and spine. So really kind of thinking of a cat and a cow. And then when you're there, you're trying to find a bigger Bastrika and a heavier Bastrika. So more of a traditional active in, more of a traditional active out, but allow the pelvis and the belly and the spine to move with you. Wherever you are, just pause the breath, swallow, empty out. Begin when you're ready. Use the lips, blow all the breath out. Hold the lungs empty. Blow a puff of air out. Reach the arms up towards the sky. Breathe in. Lock the thumbs, spread the fingers. Can you get an extra sniff and sit? Hold as long as you can. When you no longer can, you'll blow the breath out. You'll relax the hands down. You'll then hold at the bottom of the breath one more time for as long as you can. And then when you no longer can, return to natural breath. Take your time. Deep breath in wherever you are. Gentlest ventilation you can find. Blow the rest of the breath out. Strong and full breath in. Stronger cleanse. Big breath in for Om. Blow that last bit out. Breathe it in gently. Hold. Namaste. Good morning.